Yeah, I'm still not sure. So you can't, I'm still not sure. Me sure say munim asama yeka. Maminka quote no entry. I quote. I'm not still sure whether she was in fact deported or whether she fled the country the first time and has now come back. Unquote. Asem way a president and another Danko Akufo and a kaya a naifa abaya Aisha Huang ehu. Na radio interview bi and a president ekoye ye e was Stone City e wo Volta region e Monday and a president Akufo Addo e kan sa asem way. I quote or say, but whatever there is still seem to be some uncertainty about it. But whichever way it is, she has become some sort of nickname for all that Galamsey represent, and unfortunately for the involvement of Chinese nationals in Ghana. Unquote. Bachamoma video no.
When you have a situation like this woman who was, I'm not still sure whether she was in fact deported or whether she fled the country the first time and has now come back, but whatever. There still seems to be some uncertainty about it. But whichever way it is, she's become the sort of nickname for all that the Galamsey represents. And unfortunately, also for the involvement of Chinese nationals in Ghana in this particular illicit trade. We have constantly to work at it. We need to have the cooperation of the courts. Until recently, till I came, the punishment for people caught was relatively light, a fine, and even if we're going to go to custodial sentences was relatively minimal. We've changed the law to stiffen the punishments for people caught.
And a president Nana Danko Akufo Addo ekaye comment by any. The president needs to resign and all the head of security agencies should also resign now because this is something serious. Smart essay. Upon Nkrumah was shocked about what Mr. President said. Watch the way he raised his head and watch Mr. President. Ghana we day. Anything free happen. As Samoa said, this should tell you that the people around the president don't give him the real facts on the ground. They are only playing with his conscience. John essay. Upon Nkrumah was even shocked about what Mr. President said. Karina say, in Ghana, a president will speak, an information minister will come and clarify. What a country. Albert say, see the way Upon Nkrumah raised his head in surprise to what his boss said. James say, if the president is unsure of the issue at hand, then we are doomed. Commander-in-Chief of Ghana Armed Forces, the president must be firm and cast the whip at his appointees and technocrats. If you want to know, Munim say better so, Kojo Upon Nkrumah explanations are or they aba nana or clarify asama president Nana Danko Akufo Addo ekaya efa Aisha Huang a deportation no ehu. Now the information minister in an interview and Oka say the president comment was a direct response to the particular question he was asked. I quote or say the president was not speaking in a vacuum. There was a question about deportation and the president proceeded to respond that he's not too sure whether it is about deportation or whether she fled, but then the substantive thing is this, and then he proceeded to provide the substantive answer. I have heard several commentators suggest that there should have been more clarity in the president's words, etc. I mean, in a democracy, I'm sure that we can always raise questions about the choice of words, unquote. Na Kojo Upon Nkrumah assign a MP for Fosse Rebi and Oka say Aisha Huang exited the country on a repatriation notice. Comment Abano any. Patrick say, you guys must do the right thing. I think I heard the president more clearly that I don't need any clarification. Francis essay, you aren't the only person who listened to him or understands the English language. Stop it. Nana say, thanks for crippling NDC propaganda. You have cleared the air so well. Lamis, look at the way you were shocked in the video when your president talked. How will a person who is Isaac essay, no amount of terminologies and grammar will deliver the president from his incompetence and failure. He did not speak in parables for it to be explained by any linguist. We heard it loud and clear. Nti aha ena yede asem no ebese